Thank y'all for joining us late night with the Kings of the East. We fresh off the Commanders Packers game. And yeah, we sitting here with Mahad with the Eagles, and we got Ryan with the Manders. So we're gonna jump right into it. We're gonna hear Ryan's take and see what he has to say about the game and his outlook on it.
Man, completely unprepared, man. I ain't never
Mm,
seen this team look this unprepared, look this flat. Like, I honestly don't know what was going on. The Packers look like how we thought they were with that front seven, but I feel like even with the front seven, who was the most impressive on that defense was that defensive backfield. Like, that zone
hmm
coverage, there were no holes in the zone coverage. Granted, pass rush is going to help that a lot, but there just were no holes in the zone coverage. Receivers couldn't get any separation. It just was nothing downfield. Even at the points of time where Jay and Daniels had time in the pocket, it just were no windows to throw into. So I think it was like I said, very unprepared game. The score could have been a lot higher, but the Packers relied on their run game a lot, which is something that's going to help them down the road. I think Josh Jacobs had about 20 carries for, I believe he got 100 yards tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if he did get 100. So that style of football is going to take you far. They got a really I feel like they got a really deep team. The receiving core got a lot of question marks before coming into this season. And they're just a group by committee, so they look pretty good. But yeah, like I said, man, completely unprepared. Um, Commanders just didn't look like themselves at all. And I think it's time to start to really think about what's next and like what our identity is going to be for this season.
Whoa, they got y'all thinking like that
Man, week two,
already?
we
Week
going
two?
back to the drawing board in week two.
Goodness gracious.
Who,
After a
who
12 and
said
5 season?
who said something about the drawing board? You gotta find your identity. It's week two and you just lost a game. And even in your week
You
one
said
win,
change your identity. So,
Yeah, he did say change.
uh,
well, I hope we can rewind this, and when y'all go edit this, please cut it and send it to me because it's going to say we need to find our identity.
okay.
Okay.
So we need to find our identity. You go on week one, you struggle, you win the game, then you come into the tonight and you struggling again. Like
hmm
the $30 million man, where's he? You know.
Here you go.
So
But, but go ahead, finish.
nah, but what?
Where was number five today?
He was out there getting killed. That's where he was at.
He was out there missing a lot of throws as well.
Nah, he
hmm
was, but
Just like
It's
last
two.
week.
It's 2 weeks in a row
$30
now.
million. dollars. $30 million. You got
I
curl
get it.
routes.
I
You
get
got
it.
curl routes where he not finishing
I
the
absolutely
routes.
get it.
So
Everybody
listen,
played bad. Everybody gets an F from
for
Cliff
sure, for
to
sure.
your
But
O
30 man,
line.
just like y'all talk about him being a featured guy, he's this, he's that. Well, you gonna get the most. You got $30 million. You not running routes hard. You getting the catch and you falling to the ground. Like it's like at what point are we gonna look ourselves in the mirror and say, okay, we know Terry is a good player. We know that, but
hmm
he's not what we think he is.
So y'all made a mistake paying him.
No, I don't think we made a mistake paying him. Like I don't think we made a mistake paying that. That's the market of receivers. But all this
Okay.
we throwing this out here, oh, he's a top receiver in the league, all that. Like his contract is what he is. And that's what I've been saying the entire time as we've been talking. He is a 28 to $30 million receiver because that's what the market shows. Cortland Sutton got 23, Mike Evans got 26. Terry McLaurin, his stats a little better. Bump him up a little bit. Give him that money. He got this thing where he got the incentives. He get high up on the get more money if he has a better year than last year. As I told you guys before, I don't see him having the same year as last year.
Mhm.
I don't see
But
nobody
I
having
don't
the
$28
you
same
to
year.
$30
also
million dollar
it's
receiver.
also looking like JD5 not gonna have the same year as last year either. So it goes hand in hand. So, like
But
I'm
so, but this is my thing though.
hmm
Like it's like with a backup quarterback and a veteran quarterback. I'm fine taking my bumps with the young guy.
Okay.
You're
Yeah, for sure.
established.
Yeah, it's
You're
second year.
established. You got your big money deal. Jaden kept come out have a bad year this year. Who's pointing the finger like we lost now, or the streets is on fire? Terry come out here have a bad year. That's $30 million out of pocket every year for the next 3 years.
But Terry
No,
eats off the
I'm true.
quarterback, so if the quarterback's playing bad, he can't. Well, he
Hey,
can't control
listen,
that.
we could push this narrative all we want. At the end of the day, number 5 is the same quarterback that threw him all them touchdowns last year.
But he hasn't
This
shown
year,
that this year.
this coming into this year, okay, bro. Listen, like I told y'all, if Terry doesn't have the game he should have had, we not winning this game.
Terry
I get
he
that.
wasn't that bad, bro. Honestly, like
I'm
he
about to
got
say
y'all's
I
first down of the game, and he had like 4 first downs for y'all. Like I'm not saying he played crazy, but he helped y'all get down the field tonight. It's not like he was a no show. Like
I
I don't
think the
want you
weakness is a
talking too
Cliff.
down on him.
I think the weaknesses of Cliff Kingsbury is starting to show, man. It was a lot of
Mm.
bad coaching today, man.
It's
Y'all left.
bad coaching on every side, so I wouldn't even just point out Cliff
Yeah, Joe Witt
Kingsbury,
too.
honestly.
Joe Witt and
And
Cliff
not even
Kingsbury.
Joe Witt either. It was Dan Quinn. You going into the second half with 3 timeouts. What were we doing? Like it was very confusing. It's like I honestly can't wrap my head around
That was a
the
very
thought
y'all look
process.
very unprepared. Y'all
Hmm.
look like a bad football team.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Packers look
it
like
from
they was
was
top
doing
to
it
what they
was
bottom.
it was
wanted.
bad football for sure.
Special
Like
teams was all right
hands
tonight, though.
down.
I'll give you that.
Y'all were
Yeah,
leaving Josh Connolly on third down with Rashawn Gary, Micah Parsons on an island.
yeah,
Like it was just
yeah.
that
It
y'all.
was bad.
I ain't
It
see
was
John
bad.
Bates. You told me John Bates was chipping people. I ain't see that.
Nah,
I
he was
tried to
out there
tell
for a
you.
few
You
times.
said first priority was the wide receivers. I tried to spew you back to the linemen, but you kept trying to talk about the wideouts. I tried to tell you that was going to be the story of the
What you
game, bro.
mean What you mean priority? I said if they need to have a game.
Yeah, but I asked you who does it start with, and I said you don't think it starts with the linemen more than the receivers, and you were saying it starts with the wide receivers to win tonight, and I was telling you the linemen, and I feel like that was story part of the story of the game, bro.
Yeah, I don't.
He
I
didn't have
doubt that
time.
I said anything starts with anything outside of the trenches.
Okay.
The biggest part of the game was we needed Terry to have a game. Micah was going to be Micah. That front seven was going to dominate. Terry, can you go out there and show why you got $30 million?
All right,
Yeah, but
I got a couple questions for you.
Okay.
So you talking about the offense? You talking about Terry? What about that defense that you were bragging about last week? Where were they today? Because I feel like every time they dropped back, they did what they wanted. I
For
didn't see
sure.
Kinlaw. I ain't see your edges. I don't. Did y'all get a sack today?
Yeah, we
I'm
got two
genuinely
sacks
asking.
today.
yeah, he
Genuinely
got
asking.
one early.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
One early, one late. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I will say this though, with the running game, I actually just saw Josh Jacobs stats. He had 23 carries for 84 yards.
Mm,
Early in the game, that front seven was stopping the run.
okay.
Um, we couldn't get off the field because Marshawn was just getting straight dominated.
That's
Like,
another thing.
honestly,
No cap.
I don't know if he's fully healthy or if he will ever get back to himself. Like it was bad. You know that the style that we want to play, maybe we not there yet to the point where we can play that. You know what I'm saying? Um,
As far as what style though, you mean? Just to tell the viewers.
bump and run coverage, and you send it forward. Like it just can't do it. When we send
Hmm.
blitz, Jordan Love was pretty off when we sent the blitz, but
I agree. He's not
it
that good
was
under pressure.
we
Hmm.
pretty much stopped sending the blitz at times. But early on, that front seven was doing a hell of a job. You know, they were stopping the run. They were getting them in third downs, and then they'd get a catch or a penalty that'd get them a first down. And you add too many of those up, you gonna get touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? So um, I'm still high on the front seven. I think the interior of that D line did good today. We just need help on that back end, which I thought was going to be a lot better, but it just wasn't today at all.
I kind of agree with you, but one thing you do have to think about too, they were down two O linemen, so I feel like y'all kind of had an advantage and still didn't show it at all. So I
Yeah,
think
I
it's still
mean,
some work on that front seven more than you think. That's just
but
my
this
thoughts
my
on it.
thing though, bro. Like it's like this is the NFL. We're down a Pro Bowl guard. You know what I'm saying? And you can't look at that too much and say, y'all have an advantage over it or anything of that nature. Like with those guys playing, it very well could have been the same way. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't to the point where It's not like the because I think those two were tackles, right? The
It's
two
one
that was
guard
out
and
the
one
way.
tackle. The right
So
guard
it's
and the
one
left
guard and
tackle.
one tackle.
Yep.
But I mean, I was saying about the interior of the line, so you did say the guard and everything.
hmm
And Morgan actually the left guard that came in for him, I think he is a guard. They moved him in the guard.
Yep,
I
you're
think
right.
he's a pretty good player. He came out of Arkansas. I mean, out of Arizona. But I mean, my biggest thing is you're going to play with guys. You're going to have to play with backups
Okay.
outside of the quarterback position. I don't know if that could really be like a like that come a dime a dozen. Not a lot of teams play their full season with their one offensive line.
Okay.
I mean,
Uh,
I'm just
go
saying
ahead.
early in the season, not too much wear and tear. Week two, they're down two O linemen. Y'all coming off a good game with your front seven, putting in some work against Russell Wilson. You thought you was gonna see the same type of game, but you didn't. So I'm saying I feel like y'all kind of had the advantage with them being down two, and we still didn't see that much of a game from them. So you saying you're still high on your front seven? I don't see how you can say that when they didn't even play the full starting roster, like O line roster. So I wouldn't feel good about this game for my front seven personally. But your opinion.
I mean, that's the only spotlight for me in this game is
I
the
want to
front seven.
highlight. I want to highlight your secondary because, like you said, Lattimore, who is one of the highest paid corners in football. Trey
Hmm.
hmm
Amos, who you were talking to me about last week, who I'm starting to see doesn't like to tackle. That's something I ain't know about him. Last two
Yeah,
weeks,
nah,
Jordan
Avery
Love,
told me
Jordan
about
Love,
that.
he was ducking that Jordan Love smoke.
it wasn't
Yeah,
even just Jordan Love. It was a couple of plays I seen Josh Jacobs bounce outside. He ain't want no smoke. But
hmm
anyways, Marshawn Lattimore, is it officially time you think to say he's cooked, or are you just gonna give him more time because that was a special teamer, Dontavian Wicks, that was
we
getting
gotta
him
help him
nailed.
out. We gotta help him out with play calling. Like, nah, that bumping and running. Nah, we gotta help
So
him
going
out,
back
dog.
to like what you were saying, like you're not sure if y'all can run the same scheme as y'all did in the past. Like you're not confident.
But that was even a thing. Like,
He was hurt last
even
year.
with this, we ran the same scheme last year, and we kind of just willed ourselves into things working. Like, we just
Mhm.
made plays at the right time. We were
Yeah,
still
but
getting
and who was
cooked.
making those plays at the right time? Fowler, right?
No,
Okay.
what you, bro?
I feel
No.
like that losing that your leading pass rusher from last year was kind of hurting your defense. It's showing too. Like I feel like that helped your DBs on the back end too. Honestly, I
Well,
know he wasn't
I
that good on
also
the
think
run,
the DBs
but
took a step back, including Mikey too, because Mikey was getting hit up
No, yeah,
today
yeah,
too.
Mikey
Mikey.
was getting
Mikey
cooked
took a
too
step back.
for sure.
Mikey took a step back.
I'm just saying it wasn't really too much pass rush. Like we talk about Cowboys, without Michael with the pass rush. I feel like y'all going through the same thing too with losing Fowler, whether you agree or not. I feel like it's going to
Well,
keep showing
I'm
I
not
mean,
even
over the
but
gonna
this
year.
lie.
my whole thing, Abe. You
Go
gotta
ahead.
understand.
Go ahead.
With Dante Fowler last year, this
hmm
was the same type of like when I tell you this defense looks the same way early in the year. Early in the year last year, it just flipped weeks. Week one versus Tampa Bay looked exactly like today, like to a T almost. So this whole thing about like Dante Fowler, bro, look at the stats, look at the game splits on when he got the sacks, where he got the sacks, and everything like that. Like
I feel like he had big moments though. Like
he
what you were
didn't
saying,
have big moments though, and that's the thing.
okay, all right.
like,
He
like this
had 10 and a
man,
half
this,
sacks. He was getting them at some moment. So I think y'all missing out on that.
and
But we
so
can
that's
agree
my
to
thing.
disagree. It's
Let the
okay.
season go. Let the season play out. And like
hmm
I told you, we will replace those sacks.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So
Okay. All right.
All right.
Well,
Now with that loss, do you view yourselves differently in the NFC, or are you just gonna chalk it as just a bad day in the office?
nah, it's definitely a bad day in the office. I mean, from the beginning when we did the schedule prediction, I had us taking an L with this one. Um, but going into it, the hype of it, of course I want us to win. You know what I'm saying? But I
mhm.
did have us taking this L during the prediction. This was before the Micah Parsons thing. But like I said, when
That's
they got
true.
Micah Parsons, this team is dangerous, dog.
I
It's
agree.
dangerous. So, but a lot of the things that the way we look tonight, it's not something we can hang our hat on. Like, oh nah, the Packers just that good. No, you played a terrible game tonight. You look like extremely bad. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So but yeah, can't take nothing away from the Packers, man. I think this gonna be a dangerous team all year.
Well,
No,
kind of the caveat off of Mahad's question, like, does this game still make you feel like y'all are in a different place in the NFC? Just where when because I know you're only 1-1. It's still early, but just off the way you guys play, do you feel like you're in a different place? Not even off record or anything.
A different place? Nah. I mean,
Because
we
you know
had
people start you off at the top five, so you feel like you still in the upper echelon of teams in the NFC as far as like a top five team.
I mean, yeah, I'm still confident about our season for sure. Like
Okay.
110% because like I said, I've never seen this team this unprepared. Do I
Hmm.
feel like Dan Quinn is going to have this team come out looking this unprepared again? I don't know. I will hope not, but I
Hmm.
don't think he will. You know what I'm saying? Like it was
Okay.
bad. Everybody in this locker room got to look themselves in the mirror. Like this was terrible. I don't care how good this team was. This
on
was
Hmm.
just
national
flat out
TV, this was
bad.
embarrassing.
Yeah, score was still close, but you know, watching it
But
didn't
the
feel like that
score
at
don't
all.
really say
Yeah.
nothing for the
It really
game
never
because they
was
ran the
close. If you,
ball.
I mean, they cut it to 7, but that was the closest it got. But they came right back down and scored
Yeah,
effortlessly.
they ran the ball too effectively, and
It
it's
wasn't
like,
even just the running. I feel like every time they dropped
Yeah.
back,
Every
somebody was
pass was
open, bro.
15 or more, bro. I
Ooh, y'all
swear.
got it.
yeah,
Y'all got it to first and 26, and they got a 20-yard pass
yeah, they
interference.
got a 19-yard game.
I've
Hmm.
never
We
like.
got everybody back in man coverage, and
Hmm.
we got running backs slipping out, tight ends slipping out, and it's like you can't
Yeah, they
play
was
like that.
just they had y'all. They had y'all messed up.
Yeah, so it's like, I mean, it's that's the dog of the game. Teams are gonna get at you. You're gonna have to adjust. We adjusted last year. Feel like we're going to adjust as we move forward this year. So, you know,
That was going to be my next question is like how you felt after halftime, like as far as adjustments were made or anything on offense and defense. Do you guys feel like y'all made any? Because you made a different push in the second half for
yeah, like
sure. So,
the offensive line played better throughout the game because he got more
okay.
time and everything, but
Yeah, I agree.
it was no win, like every window was closed. And on top of that, I'm
Hmm.
gonna be real with you. Looking from when they showed it from the bird's eye view, this is the thing about why I'm beefing with guys like a Terry.
Hmm.
What's one thing if a quarterback is with the Minnesota Vikings or the Dallas Cowboys or who another high paid receiver, the Cincinnati Bengals, my
Hmm.
quarterback getting pressured, I'm gonna find a window.
I
I'm
see
gonna
what you
get
mean.
open. I'm gonna make sure my
You gotta
quarterback
wait till
see
you
it.
see the all 22. He might
Too
have been
many
doing that.
times we
He
looking
could
from
have.
the bird's eye view, from the front view. Receivers run their route and they just stand right there, just trying to box out. Like where's the creativity? Like where's the I
I get
don't
what you're
know.
saying,
You know
but
what
we
I'm
still
saying?
got to put a little bit on Jaden too, though. You know
Nah,
what I'm saying?
man, listen,
I'm with you though. I'm
I
with you though.
told you last week he threw me off. Like, nah, that
Hmm.
nigga he threw me off.
So it's
Yeah.
He
safe to
played
say
Okay.
he's
bad
starting the
too.
season on a regression.
He played bad too, for sure.
That's a
But my
good question,
thing is,
Mahar. What'd you say?
I said, is it safe to say he's starting the season regressing?
yeah, look at his numbers. Look at his
Okay.
tape. For
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
I recall
Yeah.
us telling you to watch out for that in the summer, and you weren't
Try to
trying to hear
tell
none of
you.
that.
Bro,
Told
it's
you that
week
film was out
two and
there.
we 1-1.
I
But
feel
it's
you.
not
I'm
even
not
just
saying.
week
I'm
two.
just
It's for me.
we
It's
we we
stacking on
we
the
strictly
playing
talk
the
about the two
teams with
games.
winning records and just good teams. Like I still feel like y'all haven't stacked enough good wins. Like, I still haven't seen him beat a good team in the regular season.
The
I
only
still haven't
reason
seen
why
it.
I can't agree with you there, Avery, is simply because you're right in the regular season, but they went in the
Yeah,
playoffs
regular
and beat
season,
the
regular season,
they
playoffs.
went in the
Yeah, for
playoffs
sure. I'm with you.
they went in the
And that's
playoffs, beat
and
the
that's why
Bucks
it's
and the
hard for me
Lions.
to really feed into that argument too, because it's like, bro, like, I
Yeah,
mean, Shawty
that
proved
playoff
that he
And y'all stacked a couple like one score wins, like a lot of one score wins. So like a lot of people thought that like last year was fluke for real. So if y'all can't do a lot of people not seeing y'all do that this year, and you're not gonna beat the teams with winning records. That's why I felt. That's why we were telling you all summer. Like I feel like it's gonna be a regression because it wasn't really y'all weren't really on shit last year. Y'all really weren't. And I think this season's going to show you when you have a tougher schedule. You're not beating Spencer Rattler and all these other quarterbacks that nobody cares about. You're gonna have to beat the good teams. Like, and it can't be we sitting here after every time you playing a top five team or whatever, and y'all still making the same excuses for Jane Daniels or whatever the case is. Like, y'all gotta show up at one point. Like, and it's gotta be before the playoffs. I understand what you did in playoffs last year, but I still have to see it in the regular season too. Like that regular season stuff last year was fluke, bro. And I think it's gonna keep showing throughout the year. But only time will
So
tell.
two
We'll see.
questions. Two questions. Well,
Hmm.
not two questions. Two things. One, we gotta let go of last year. Like it's like okay, we did what we did. It's over with. Two,
Okay.
who made excuse? Have I made any excuses for him?
Well, when I say y'all, I just talking about your fan base.
But we got to talk about us.
Yeah, I'm with you. You did that with me the other night too with Overshown. You're saying y'all use him as a pass. Y'all saying y'all talking about him as a
We
pass
talked about that
rusher.
on the pod though, or was we just talking?
We
Just
was
like
on
I
the
was
pod,
asking you a
bro.
question.
It was on the
Cause
pot.
all right, it doesn't matter, bro. It was on the pod, bro. Cause you did the same
But I'm
thing
saying I
too.
wasn't
So
making a point about Overshown. I was literally asking you like, is he a pass rusher or is he this?
I
Like
know,
I
but the
was
way you asked, you said a lot of people been talking. A lot of y'all been talking about utilizing him as a main pass rusher. That's what you said. You related it to the fan base, just like I did. So it was the same
because I was
thing.
confused about what position he played. Nothing more than that. Nothing about his talent. Nothing about an opinion on him. Anything. It was
All right, bro.
simply like, what
Well,
does he play?
okay. Well, again, like your main fan base thinks that, so that's why I said I just thought that was a known thing. Like honestly, I know you might not think that. I wasn't even saying you thought that, but I just thought that was a known thing. But yeah,
To end this, we talked about Jaden possibly regressing. We 2 games in. Don't hit the panic button yet, but he looking
At
shaky.
all.
He looking
At
shaky.
all.
He looking shaky. And I said this is the reason why I couldn't rank him as high as I want to
ah,
rank him. Is just because I got to see it 2 years in a row with the film. But it's still early.
gotta see it. Yeah,
It's still early, so I ain't gonna write him all the way off yet. But
I don't know.
the eyes and the ears is perked up. The eyes is on Jaden. We watching him now. He's 2 games in the season. He's had shaky performances. The first game
Hmm.
we just know the Giants was that bad now because y'all played some
Yeah,
bump tonight and it didn't look like y'all were in the same weight class.
yeah, look, yeah, at
Yeah, I
all. That's
agree.
why I asked about the top five thing. Y'all still feel like that top five because that's a top five team, and it didn't really look like the same weight class, like you said. So, but if you still feel good about the team, that's all that matters.
No.
We're gonna end it there. That was Kings of the East late night, and it was a good game, and we're gonna see y'all next week.